Hello. Today we have a Peavey Vypre 30. It's going up for sale. This amp is in outstanding condition. If I didn't tell you that I had refurbished it, I could probably fool you into thinking that it was a floor model at a very nice music store as opposed to a Guitar Center where it would have been kicked by a bunch of 3-year-olds. Haha. So, no, condition is excellent. Tolex is in great shape. I mean, everything about this amp is really nice. I mean, I would say it's in like new condition, but I'll be honest with you, it is refurbished by me. This is a modeling amplifier. It's full of all kinds of digital electronics. It supports a total of 12 amp emulations. It's got 12 post effects and 12 stomp boxes, as well as standard. It has delay and reverb available with everything. So delay and reverb are on a separate thing. So basically you can get 4 effects going at a time, and it's programmable, so you can save your favorite amplifiers and settings and tones and all of that. So you actually have the ability to save every change you make, and so you could set it up for a gig and say, for this song I want this setting, and this one I want that setting. And it's got 3 banks with 4 presets, so that would be automatic, quick push button 12 settings. Seems to be a nice number for this amp. So 12 of pretty much everything, and it's even got a tuner built into it too, so you can tune your guitar from it. It's in very good working order, and the speaker is really good. This thing is really loud. Works great. So I'll flip it over and we'll take a look at the back. Okay, so here is the back, and on the back you can see it's got a 12-inch speaker. It's marked as a Peavey Blue Marble speaker, designed specifically, I suppose, for this series of amplifier. It's actually a heavy-duty speaker, nice big ceramic magnet, and there is a remote switch. This is for all these MIDI controllers. This amp is still being produced, so you can actually control everything the amp does from a floor controller if you order it. So if you would like one of those, you can still get it from Peavey. Or who knows, somebody else might have one for sale. But unfortunately, this is just the amp by itself, and it tends to be pretty energy efficient. It draws from the wall. It draws 75 watts of power to produce 30 watts of musical power, and that's actually relatively efficient considering all the things it does. And again, this amp has been thoroughly cleaned, serviced, polished, and is ready to make music. Okay, so here is our little demonstration. I will power the amplifier on, and what you'll see is, I think this is absolutely a riot. It does a lovely little pinball machine sort of light array while it's waiting to have an amplifier or a guitar plugged into it. So it's actually looks like a tracked mode for a pinball machine. I thought that was kind of fun. I thought I'd show that to everybody. Once we plug the guitar in, it settles down and the light show stops, and it's ready to be used. The cool thing is the tuner on it. We can just push and hold the amp button here for a moment, and it will go into tuner mode. It looks like all the lights went out and the unit shifted off, but it didn't. If I play a string, you'll actually see if this lights up all the way green, you're in tune, and if you're not, it'll show you if you're ahead or behind. And of course I did tune this guitar. It says my E string is a little flat, so we'll adjust that up just a little bit. And there we go. All strings are in tune. And now we're ready to go. So this has lots of different amplifiers from clean and drive, and I'm going to list them all, but if I try to try to explain them all now, this video will go 20 minutes. But effectively we have a couple of Fender modelings, and as you can see, as we change from click to click here, the saved settings for the equalizer, reverb, gain all change along with my amplifier choice. So it can save all of your presets. So if you have a particular way you like an amplifier model to sound, you can save it that way. And then also by clicking this, if you see the light's green, if I click it, it'll go to overdrive. Oh shoot, I thought I clicked it and held it, so it thinks it's in tuner mode. There we go, sorry. So if I click it once, though, it'll go into overdrive. There it turns red, and now it is in overdrive, and you have a gain. That's your gain, and then you have your low, middle, high, and reverb. You can also adjust your delay settings and everything on here. So you have clean and drive from every channel, and it has various effects. So right now the delay is not on, the reverb is a little bit more than half, and I can bring the delay in a little bit, bring it in part way. You can hear it, and there's a tap button. I can set the speed. It will set it fast. That's not too loud for my poor little camera. We'll knock the volume down a little bit. But, you know, it does sound really nice. It's got a lot of really good sounds, and I'm sure you can explore. Oop, I accidentally turned it on to Octaver. We'll put it onto Deluxe here. That's, you know, a little different sound. Move around, you can hear the voice change. And we get into hotter and hotter amplifiers. Into extremely hot amplifier mode. Not agree with A. Now, remind you, that is the whole gamut of amplifiers on the clean channel. So there are some extremely high gain amps in here that would be suitable for heavy metal musicians, not like myself. So that's the way it is. But like, there's a lot of clean and drive channels. So here's the clean, and we click it, it goes into a nice drive. That should be like the Hot Rod Deluxe type sound. And then all of the effects in it work. There's an octave thing in here. So it plays the octave. There's a phaser. We can bring that in a little stronger. Here the phaser works. Rotary speaker. You can adjust the speed and the intensity. This is the reverse sensor, which is kind of weird. So if you feel like doing something outer space, you can do that. There's a pitch shifter, and you can adjust where that pitch is. Works. I'm not sure exactly what I would do with that yet. There's a flanger, and again you can adjust all the parameters with that and save them. Standard slapback echo gives you that good old bathroom sound, and you should be able to adjust how intense that is. You know, so you can adjust that along with the other delay, so you can run 2 delays on that. There's a single delay. Single intense delay, so that's your, you know. It does that. There's an envelope filter, which is like an auto wah. You can adjust that. Chorus, which very pretty chorus, and there's tremolo. You can adjust the speed and intensity of that. So that's one of the banks of effects, and you can always turn it off. And then there's other stomp boxes in here, particularly overdrives, fuzz, boosters. There is a chorus, an analog phaser. There's a lot of different effects, but they all do work. Tube Screamer one sounds pretty good, you know, but very, very loud. By intent, a lot of very, very loud effects, and there's a lot of soft effects. That's the fuzz, chorus, compressor, ring modulator, which is a strange one not a lot of people I know use, auto wah, and then there's another, let's see, this one is the analog flanger. Another divider, which gives like another octave type effect, and an analog phaser. So lots of different presets in this. All of it works, so that's the gold part of it, and you can save any setting that you want in it. So if you come up with a setting you like, you can save it and go back to it again at any time. And of course it will save things with the power off. It also has an auxiliary input, so if you wanted to plug your MP3 player or CD player in there for practice to jam along with some tunes, that's fine. And it also has a small headphone jack for private practice. So despite the fact that this puppy is 30 watts and is definitely loud enough to be on stage, I've got the volume right now at 2 out of 10, or actually no, I'm sorry, it goes to lucky 13. So I've got the volume on 2 up, as opposed to taking it up to 13. And at 2, with some of the drive channels and stuff, it is plenty loud. And if I were playing at the churches like I normally do, I would be told to turn my amp down. So plenty of power from a small amp from Peavey, and lots of different sounds, and a lot of really good sounds. I find particularly the earlier, the Twin and Deluxe and stuff like that, they really have a nice warm sound to them. It is solid state, but it's pretty impressive for solid state. And again, the function of this video is just to show you that everything on this thing works and that it has been tested and all of that jazz. But take the time. I'm going to post the link to the manual. Take a look at the manual. You can see everything it does and all the different models and all the different stomp boxes. But they basically tried to take a professional guitar rig and fold it up into an amplifier that you can carry about with you without having to carry 14 cases with you. So a really well thought out product. And hey, the price is right, and this one is in excellent working order. It's absolutely perfect working order, and absolutely excellent cosmetics. So I mean, I don't know that you're going to come across one quite this clean unless you're buying it new. And hey, usual stuff, but this is probably the cleanest amp I've had the pleasure to refurbish, and it turned out wonderfully. Thanks for watching my long and wordy video. Have a great day.